Hi, I'm Joey Gabarda, owner of Classic Honda of Midland. And today, I'm going to do a special video. I'm going to talk about my dad's special car. Today, what we have here is a 2003 Mini Cooper S, John Cooper Works. It's an R53 model. It's Mini Cooper's first generation Mini that came actually to the country. Mini is a subsidiary of BMW. And this vehicle was my father's, and it was his pride and joy. He was a Mini Cooper freak. Little history on my father. He came to this country in the early 70s to Detroit, Michigan, worked for the Chrysler Corporation, started in Highland Park in the plant, and then by the time he retired, he was with Chrysler for 35 years. Retired out from the Chrysler Tech Center, basically when Daimler took over Chrysler. He took the early retirement package. Growing up in Detroit, obviously, we all grew up around cars. My dad was a big race car nut. He raced Wankel-powered engines at the Troy Airport in Troy, Michigan, and started off loving BMWs. So he bought his first BMW in 1977, which actually ended up being my first car. In the late 80s, he bought a BMW M3, an E30 edition, which is a very, very sought-after vehicle today. And when he retired, he really got into Mini Coopers, kind of like the small, zippy cars. And so this was his first Mini Cooper. And he actually had two of them, and my sister took the other one, so I ended up taking this one. This one, he wanted to set up for the track and race this vehicle. He wanted to get back into racing, and so the vehicle actually sat in our garage for a few years while, you know, he would just kind of go through the checklist to get all the things he wanted done. So my father passed away August 27th, 2020. He was in the Philippines having his house restored, and he got locked in, and they shut the country down in March due to COVID. In July, he caught COVID, and then he ended up in the hospital, and he passed away on the 27th of August. So at his funeral, I met his mechanic, and he kind of went through everything that he was doing with the vehicle. So I went ahead and had the car shipped from Detroit, Michigan to Midland, Texas. So now I want to introduce you to the guys who actually did this project from the Cobra Garage.
I'm Rodrigo.
And I'm Talon.
And this is Cobra Garage.
Behind us, we've got a 2003 Mini Cooper R53 that we built. It's a full build from engine work, exhaust, suspension, brakes, the whole 9 yards. If you've been up to the Classic Honda of Midland, you've seen the Cobra sitting in the showroom. That was one of the first projects that Joey had us do for him. Rebuilt the motor, put a new cam, worked on the heads, and got it running right. After Joey saw that, he let us bring the Mini down and bring his dad's dream to reality.
Basically, when my dad bought this vehicle, I came back to visit, and he showed me this car, and I kind of laughed at him because I really don't know anything about Mini Coopers, and my dad said, this is their first generation, this thing's gonna be worth some money, I wanna race this car, I want to get it set up for the track. And I basically laughed at him. Wouldn't even drive the vehicle.
Joey reached out to us wanting his ideas for the car were tracking it and stuff like that. So that's when we started to look suspension wise, and once pulling the motor out and stuff like that, we realized, you know, we can make this a lot faster and more enjoyable. Starting here at the top, we got this the intercooler for the supercharger system, a lot bigger. We went ahead and put the billet overfill for the coolant system. The cold air intake came with a nice little cover and catch cans as well.
Pulley swaps on the supercharger, on the crank, bigger injectors, put a K-Sport fully adjustable coilovers all the way around.
We converted the clutch to a single flywheel.
Slotted brakes. Here we have the full catless performance exhaust all the way back. Has a good tone to it.
Custom Effects actually powder coated the wheels this nice white color, and back behind here you see we upgraded brake system, and back underneath we did the double adjustable coilover suspension on it to help it around the track and stuff like that.
And so we went through, I put a budget together which obviously when you're doing projects like this, we probably did almost 3 times the budget. But
this was a little time consuming for the fact we had to, you know, go through the motor. We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into, just breaking seals, replacing stuff, adjusting the suspension on it, and trying to find somebody local that would tune the car, since it's a kind of like a foreign computer and stuff like that. So
basically we have it set up for the track. And
I'm Talon.
I'm Rodrigo.
And we're Cobra Garage. And I hope that our mini build did justice to Joey's dad, and hope it's a build that he'd be proud of. For more information, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Cobra Garage LLC.
Dad, if you're seeing this right now, I hope you're proud of it. We're gonna get it on the track, and thanks for leaving this wonderful piece of art behind. The punch list is done, everything is done to it. Now we're gonna get it on the track. We'll have lots of memories in this car, and we're gonna pass it down to my son.